The realm of lostwave is a deep rabbit hole. You can encounter obscure radio recordings, mysterious short snippets, misattributions to popular artists, popular meme songs without a known artist, and more. However, there's one specific thing a lostwave can have that can make it and or its search all the more interesting. Something you usually wouldn't expect an unknown song to have, but it can end up with anyway. This single thing is, of course, a music video. Now, there have been a few popular lostwaves that have had music videos: Wandering Fire, Just Passing By, That One Hoax, and even modern and solved cases like Fofo. By the way, I'm talking about unknown songs that already had a music video attached to it, not songs that we learned had a music video after it was solved. Sorry, Veil fans. Anyways, there is one particular lostwave music video whose search I've been following for a few months now and has quite a bit of interesting things to say about it. It's a strange case of a strange song with a strange music video that currently only exists in very low quality. And despite the efforts of multiple people and certain aspects of the recording that might suggest otherwise, this song has been an utter enigma with an uncertain future. So join me, my friends, as I take you all on a journey to discover the secrets of this mysterious music video. This is the story of a song, sometimes called low-quality music video clip or weird British band music video, but I'm gonna call it Out of the Way. Let's start at the beginning of the search. This is Destiny. She has an old YouTube channel consisting mostly of annual videos, except her most recent uploads, which are a handful of recordings of live performances from around 16 years ago. Okay, there is one more exception. On January 27, 2008, she uploaded a video not quite like any of her previous ones. The title, Unknown Music Video Clip Pulls Help. The description read, "This clip was taped back in 1996/1997 in the early hours in the morning rage. Can anyone tell me the name of the song and band?" Not much traction on the video would happen for a while. Someone apparently commented on the video 13 years ago, but aside from that, we don't know much about the search early on, aside from the year and the show the song was apparently recorded from. Before we get into that bit of data, let's discuss the video itself. So, from what we can gather, we don't have the whole music video. It's unknown how much we lost, but it's probably not a whole lot, maybe a minute at most, but it's impossible to tell, really. Either way, the clip we have starts with, well, it starts to make out. Yeah, the quality of this clip is abysmal, to say the least. It's possible to tell what's going on until 13 seconds in. The scene is some garden-looking place featuring this dude with a wicked red knife. There's also some big alien bird-looking dude. This part of the video is probably the most iconic, since it features the iconic weird British man that a lot of people nicknamed this song after. The British part is because this section temporarily cuts to these dudes with some British flags. The scene also includes this guy. I don't know, he just looks pretty goofy. I like him. The music video cuts to this other scene. It's hard to tell exactly what's happening in the footage, but this is one of the few parts where I can actually make out some lyrics. I hear "Out of the Way" be repeated a few times, hence why I refer to the song as "Out of the Way." Anyways, some more unintelligible nonsense happens again. After that, it's still hard to tell what's going on, but you can see some faces, including the son of Emperor Palpatine and Professor Snape. Once again, some more nonsense happens while an instrumental solo plays. Now we get to this part. It's in some forest or something with someone's back hair. Then it cuts to some slithering snake things. Then a zoomed in perspective of someone's Lego set or the creators of the moon. Your choice. I'm being a bit drunken with these subscriptions, of course, but, I can't tell what's going on. An eyeball bat flies to the screen, which cuts to a new scene with some more bats flying around. The camera moves to a hole, which has an eyeball floating out of it. The camera flies into the eye, which cuts to the start of an eye before some last-minute unintelligible nonsense before the music video ends. Although not before one last loud spike of audio. It's hard to get a whole lot out of this, but there are some important details. The show the video was recorded from indicates the song is likely Australian in origin, but the appearance of the British flags makes some think that the song could originate from the British Isles. Another detail has to do more with the visual style itself. The music video is mostly live action, but some parts other than video, namely the snake-looking things and the eyeball rising out of the hole, look like CGI. This makes some people think this is a well-known song, but the quality makes it impossible to tell. Speaking of quality, some may wonder why the video looks like this. Well, it's pretty simple. Destiny doesn't have a VCR, so she just recorded what she had with her phone or some other camera that wasn't very good quality. Remember this, it is important later. We do see some faces of people, which could help solve the song in a similar way the World Was So Easy / Just Passing By was solved, but who knows. There are a few other things I can mention, but to keep this video a bit shorter, I'll move on to other aspects of the search. Now, for a long time, there wasn't much going on in terms of the search. That was until around 8 months ago when some activity began to brew. This coincides, of course, with the song getting a channel in the unidentified Media Central Discord server. Slowly, there would be some more activity on the song. Looking into the show the video was recorded from gave us some results. It looks like the Morning Rage that he refers to is the show Rage. It's an Australian music show that has been airing since 1987, making it the oldest surviving music television program as of writing. It's pretty frequently played music videos, so this music video would fit right in. At that time, the show would list the artist and the name of the song at the beginning, but apparently Destiny accidentally taped over the beginning of that way back when, so we don't have that much needed artist credit. The show has playlists for the songs available too, but they only go back to 1998. So close yet so far. After some contact between Destiny and the UMC Discord members, she implied to them that she had the tape but had no VCR to digitize the tape. Some people were asking her to join the server for easier communication, and from there ship the tape to someone in the server. In the end, she never joined the server. However, hope still held out that she might send the tape to someone so it could be digitized. However, that hope was at least severely diminished when we learned that someone was harassing her to get the tape sent. Seeing that the tape has not been sent to anyone and this incident happened a few months ago, it's grown less and less likely that the tape can be shipped. This is why you don't harass people in searches, it completely screws them over. This is about where the search stands today. Zapper has featured the song in an installment of his Lost Waves with music video series. The song had featured channel status in the UMC Discord server where so much progress happened, but that's about it. It's a shame too. The music video looks interesting. It would be nice to have both the video and audio in higher quality, and of course learn who actually made this. So viewers, if you by any chance recognize the song or music video, or know who made it, please feel free to comment down below, or better yet, say it in the channel in the UMC Discord server. If the OP Destiny is watching, please join the server so the tape can be shipped to be digitized. There are people willing to help and pay for it, so for the sake of us all being able to rest this case once and for all, I'll slide an invites link to the server down below that anyone can join. Now, of course, don't harass her to join or we'll end up in an even worse situation than we were already in. Just saying. Take that suggestion. Now, before I wave goodbye, there is one last thing that I need to mention. I placed a bounty on this being found. Kinda. No, you won't be getting anything monetarily by solving this. What I'm actually giving is more valuable than money. When the song is solved, I'll make public the story I wrote for school about my wacky conspiracy theories regarding the James A. Garfield assassination. It's generally one of the funniest things I've ever written, and I think you all will really like it. However, I've never released any of the details of the story to anyone in the community aside from what you can gather from the phrase James A. Garfield conspiracy theories. To correct for this, I shall read out loud to you all the beginning of my legendary narrative, historical fiction. Anyways, it was a nice summer morning that day, July 2nd, 1881. 12-year-old Jared Ainswick started getting ready for the day. And today wasn't just going to be any ordinary day. He lived in a house on the outskirts of DC, and forever he had been wanting to meet the man who was most important in the country at the time, the president, James A. Garfield. Jared had always heard about the man, but despite living in the same city as him, they never met. Today would make it different, however. The president was going to be at the train station that morning, so if there ever was a good opportunity to try and see him, today was the best choice. At around 8 o'clock, Jared was done getting ready for the day and left, without telling his parents of course, and tried to navigate himself over to the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station. This would be a hazardous journey, however. The streets of DC were filled with people, normal and homeless, various animals and their excrement, as well as puddles larger than he. Fortunately, Jared was a parkour pro, and he jumped on people's heads and climbed on the side of buildings until roughly a block from the police station. Only a little ways away from his destination, his parkour precision worsened, and he accidentally ran smack into someone else. Jared fell, but looked up to see who he would more likely than not have to apologize to. "Hello there, young man," the man said. "For what purpose are you running into me?" Jared replied, "Sorry, sir. I'm trying to get to the train station. I've been wanting to meet the president, and he should be coming here right around now." The man chuckled, helped Jared onto his feet, and said, "Well, that seems like the kind of thing a little boy like you would want to do with his time on a summer morning. I've walked to this train station myself, so I guess we'll be traveling together." So the two continued on their way to the station. "My name's Charles Cacho," said the man, "but you can call me Charlie." I'll leave it off there. What sort of wacky shenanigans will Jared get himself into? What events will unfold in the train station? What music star will somehow get involved in all of this? And of course, what's the truth about the James A. Garfield assassination? I don't know, man. Find out of the way first. Before I end off, I plan on making more content like this in the future. There's a lot of interesting lawsuit cases that go under-discussed, criminally in some cases. So, look out for my future content. There will be plenty of interesting lawsuit discussion that I think you will look forward to. Well, that's all for this video. Like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully out of the way / low quality music video clip / weird British man music video will be found.